What up guys, JPOPS in the house. Today I'm going to be talking about characters from TV shows, cartoons, games that I think would be pretty cool to see as Funko Pops. Funko Pops.
Funko, Coach Rick in the background.
Yeah. It's so funny to say Funko Pops. Okay, anyway, I'm going to start with the CW DC shows. Because Arrow just ended. Correct.
Yeah, they sent them off the right way though.
They did. It was a really good episode to end it. I was a little worried because they said there was only going to be 8 episodes in the last season. I was like, how? You didn't even end the story, but it was all good. So I'm going to start with the Flash. Pops that I think would be pretty cool to see.
Joe West.
And his the beanie that he always wears, you always see him from the original, the early episodes, he always had the beanie and the black trench coat and the gun.
Old school look.
Yeah,
old school detective look. That's what it is.
Yeah. Iris West, I think as the reporter. I feel like we know her more as a reporter than that one episode where she was the purple speedster. So I think her as the reporter. Caitlin Snow in her white lab coat would actually be pretty cool. I think because we have Cisco over here. Can you guys see Cisco? He's leaning back. What's going on? But yeah, we have regular Cisco and we have Felicity regular, so I think it'd be pretty cool to see Caitlin Snow because we have her as Killer Frost, but not Caitlin Snow.
True,
but
true.
That would be pretty cool. And then I would think if you had all of those, wouldn't you want to see a regular Barry Allen instead of just the Flash? I know we have the unmasked Flash, but technically it's not Barry Allen.
True. It'd be cool. Dr. Wells too.
Yeah, Dr. Wells.
I think they should do Dr.
At
Wells.
least one of the Wells. Yeah. One of the Wells. I think.
Who's the one I like with the hat?
HR with the drumsticks.
With the drumsticks, yeah. Because he was on for the whole season, right?
And yeah, he was on for that.
For
season 5, 4.
Yeah, who was it? Savitar.
Yeah, Savitar.
Savitar. Yep.
That was sad.
Died a hero.
You just spoiled the club.
Moment of
silence,
silence,
if you guys
please.
haven't seen it.
Moment of silence for HR. Okay.
True. Yeah. Or Harrison Wells, I think, because season 1 was pivotal. I think that was awesome. But even though he really wasn't.
Was he real? He was never the real Harrison Wells from season 1.
Season 1.
It was
only
always
in the flashback.
Eobard Thawne.
Yeah.
So sad.
Very
but
true.
yeah, I think him in the wheelchair would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool to see, Harrison Wells, Dr. Wells, or something along those lines.
Yeah, I like it.
There's Elongated Man. Yo,
FM's favorite.
Yo, I know that name is so dumb. I thought that was gonna be fake. I was like, what? That's so dumb. But they really kept that name.
Yeah, that was. Well, they couldn't because who is it? The Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah. He's Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, that's true. He's not Rubber Man.
We literally call him Stretch. Well, I think that's his nickname or something.
Yeah, Stretch.
But
True.
All right, Excess I think is another one. She was only on for that one season, but it was a pretty good season.
Cool pop.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That would be pretty awesome to see her as a pop. All right.
Now for Killer Frost, they only have one version.
Yeah, it's just one Killer Frost. Yeah, she glows in the dark.
She has
the NYCC.
the new outfit.
Nah, it's the old one.
It's the old one.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to get Funko.
Yeah, please don't make another variant. Yeah. Gosh.
Okay.
All right, so for Supergirl, I couldn't think of anybody except the main guys. So of course Alex Danvers, Martian Manhunter, Wynn, Lena Luthor, Guardian, everybody. They only have Supergirl as a pop.
They don't have Green Martian either?
They have a regular Green Martian from DC superheroes comic.
No. We need a CW.
Yeah, we don't have the CW Martian Manhunter. I think that suit is actually pretty cool. It's darker, and he's not as pasty green that other pop. But
I like that.
But yeah, Alex Danvers definitely in her G.I. Joe outfit. That's what I call it all the time. She definitely looks like a G.I. Joe. Wynn, but hacker Wynn.
Might as well bring Brainy in too.
Oh, Brainy! See, I forgot about him. He's a newer character, but how cool would that be to see him as a pop with the 3 dots or whatever he's got? True. Lena Luthor, she's a little basic, but I think she's pretty cool. Yeah. And Guardian would actually be pretty cool with the whole setup and everything.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that because he's gone, but
he was part.
5 seasons.
5. I don't know. I lost track of what we're on
Guardians,
right now. I think we're on 5.
Guardian's good.
But So for Arrow, there's a ton of pops that I think could be made. Well, not really. Wild Dog, Mr. Terrific, Ragman, Prometheus.
Yep.
Why have they not made a Prometheus pop? When these pops came out, the new Flash pops, Wave 2, I guess you would call it, I thought they would do some for Arrow, but they didn't do any. What? Because we have a new Black Canary.
Black Canary.
Because we have a new Black Canary and Black Siren, even though Black Siren was kind of like Black Canary. But technically she's way different. So I think she could get a new pop.
Yeah, because she's a legit meta, whereas the original...
So is the new Black Canary.
Oh, they both are?
Yeah, they're both metas.
Oh, my bad. I was thinking one of them. Who used the voice thing?
The original Black Canary, Laurel.
Laurel,
yeah.
Okay. But she wasn't a meta.
Nah, she had the sonic device.
Gotcha, that's what it was. Okay.
But Wild Dog would actually be a pretty cool pop. And Ragman, yo, how cool would that be?
Ragman
like,
would be
some kind of like, they'd be like, shh, I don't know, do something crazy
like
with
Ragman.
that.
Yeah, definitely.
I drink my coffee here. It's like an espresso shot. I have legends on here, but the only one I could really think of was the Atom. Ray. You know how he could shrink like a Adamant. I always say
From Ant-Man.
No, but the Atom, Ray Palmer.
Yeah, but you're saying he could shrink like
Ant-Man. Yeah, like he could shrink like Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a pretty cool pop, because we have like Firestorm, we have the White Canary.
True.
Who else? I stopped watching Legends. I have no idea what's going on with that show. Maybe they could do like a pop ride or something of like the ship. I don't know.
True.
Alright, so we are moving on to classic cartoons from like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. I consider them classic Warner Brothers because these were like the 90s. Alright, so a couple of these pops are actually, when I googled them, they were rumored last summer to release, and I haven't seen anything of them. But Dexter's Laboratory.
Didi, what are you doing in my laboratory?
Johnny Quest. Johnny Bravo.
Johnny
I don't
Quest.
even like Johnny
Yes,
Bravo.
Johnny Quest. Is it? And Haji.
Johnny, Hachi, and Bandit, I think was the dog's name.
Yeah.
Those would be like the three main pops that I think would be pretty cool to see.
Be real cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dexter's Laboratory. He always said like laboratory. He's like that. He's the little guy with he got the glasses. He would be pretty cool. Dexter and Dee Dee. That was his sister. She was like crazy. But I think that would be a pretty cool pop, like a 2-pack they could do. Yeah, they could. I don't know. They could make so many different variants for Dexter's Lab. Courage the Cowardly Dog. I don't even think people remember that. I remember it. I think he was the pink dog. He was always so nervous. It was supposed to be like a scary kind of cartoon, kind of like Scooby-Doo. You know how it's like a horror theme, but it's not scary. Yeah. And then I have on here Ed, Ed, and Eddie. It's another one that I didn't really watch. I watched it a couple times, but I think they'd be pretty cool pops. They were so like goofy, those guys. But they were like three brothers named literally Ed, Ed, and Eddie. All the Cartoon Network shows, like, they were all kind of like just silly.
Off the wall.
Yeah, off the wall. For Nickelodeon, where is Phil and Lil of the Rugrats? They have not made a Phil and Lil pop for the Rugrats. Susie is another one. Darwin of the Wild Thornberry Bears.
Wild Thornberries?
The Wild Thornberries, yes. He's the monkey.
I don't even know the show.
Yeah, those I think would be awesome to see. Even as mystery minis, like all of these cartoons that I'm saying, you know how they made the Nickelodeon mystery minis? These characters would be pretty cool to see in mystery mini form. Sometimes I think mystery minis are just a little cooler. They just look so much more detailed, I think.
Exactly.
And then with the face, like they give them cool expressions.
True.
For Warner Brothers, I have Tiny Toons. Now these guys were supposed to be like little versions of Bugs and Daffy. So we had like Buster and Babs, we had Plucky Duck, but they were supposed to be like little versions of the original Looney Tunes. And speaking of Looney Tunes, I can't remember like too many other characters, because I thought they should have made Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner, but they did. That's already out there. I know.
Oof, easy now.
Gosh. And their mystery minis are pretty cool. But they could make Elmer Fudd, like a regular Elmer Fudd. Porky the Pig, Yosemite Sam. Those are definitely pops that are not out there yet. There's a Opera Elmer. Yeah, for the Opera Bugs and Elmer. Those would be pretty cool though.
They have Bugs Bunny too?
Yeah, they have regular bugs, and then they have like the Flop Target exclusive bugs.
Nice.
Opera bugs. Okay, so this one here that I have listed, I'm looking at what I wrote down here. So Earthworm Jim. This I think would be actually like a really cool pop. Now it was a video game. The cartoon was like based off of the video game, so I'm not sure where they would put that. Would they put that in like the games line, or would they put that in cartoons? I guess
the cartoon was based off the game.
Yeah, I guess whatever people remember him more of, you know, like if everybody remembers like the classic game, then they would put the game. I think he'd be a cool character to see as pop. And then of course for like the rest of the games, like Mario Brothers, Mario, Luigi, Yoshi. Yo, you know how Funko does like all these variants? We can have like a million Yoshis, like green, blue, yellow. Even a pop ride with Mario and Yoshi, that would be crazy. But again, like I don't know what's going on with like that whole Mario and licensing and all that craziness.
Fueling the variants, man, with Funko.
I know, you could have like Mario, you could have regular Mario, you could have Fire Mario. There's so many different things like they could do with Mario.
True.
Oh, I skipped over a cartoon. Okay, so does anybody remember the Snorks? They came on right before or like right after the Smurfs. And when we were at the collectible store, you guys have seen the Pop Hunt, they actually had mystery minis, Snorks, like in the display case. I have never seen those ever.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Snorks.
But I think they would be pretty cool. It's a classic cartoon. I don't know how well that would go over as like a Pop because their faces were so like, you know, they gotta be animated, I think, a little. But they made the Smurfs as Pops, so I think they could do the Snorks. And then lastly, I think for ad icons, I don't collect ad icons anymore, like not as much. I collect I only have a couple of them left. But the M&Ms, especially the main two that are always in the commercials, the red and yellow M&M, I think those would be pretty awesome to see.
Yeah, that'd be
because
cool.
they have the red M&M, yellow, and green. Do they have the blue one in any commercials? I have no idea.
I don't think so.
But definitely the red and yellow M&M, I think that would be really awesome. Alright guys, so that was my list for some characters that I think would be pretty cool to see as Funko Pops. As always, let me know what you guys think would be pretty cool to see as Pops. Let me know your list down in the comment section. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace.